Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I-Man here from the Block Runner, and today we're going to be talking about Decentraland's latest event called What the Fuck Are NFTs?
Whoa, dude, you said the F word.
Oh, I'm going to bleep it out for sure.
Oh, lame. Okay.
So Decentraland is putting up this event. It's called WTF Are NFTs, and it's an event where a bunch of these project leads come together just to talk about like the latest developments in the most cases here. Like in day one, for example, we got collectibles. Day two is all about art. Third day is music. Fourth day is gaming, and the fifth day is the metaverse, which is a pretty popular subject these days, especially in the normie area of the internet. Right? I think you showed me.
Maybe not especially, but I think it's starting to like penetrate a little bit.
Well, I
At least
think
to the gaming audience, right?
the video that you showed me earlier is some kid talking about what is the metaverse, and he's got
Yeah,
like I don't know how many million followers, right?
yeah, but it's not like he just innately decided to like just to figure out what the metaverse is. It's because he's a Roblox player, right? And
Yes. Yeah.
The Roblox company itself is starting to market themselves as like the next metaverse. You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
so Roblox is coming out and saying to the world, pay attention to the metaverse because we're about to like have a huge impact on it. So therefore, now all these gamers are like, what the fuck?
I mean, they've
Why?
always been a metaverse, right? I mean, that's sort of what
Uh,
it's been. I mean, what if it's not a metaverse, then what is it? Just like a playground.
yeah, it's more like a sandbox, right? It's a sandbox for creators to, make their games and like,
So let me ask you, now that they're going to be a metaverse, what does that really mean?
exactly. I don't even know if they really know what that really means. But I think they recognize. I think like the gaming industry as a whole is recognizing the gravity of what the metaverse can be. Like when Fortnite has these huge concerts with
Oh,
like Travis
yeah.
Scott holograms,
Yeah.
millions of people logging in to come witness these events. Like this is a new potential like the gaming industry has never been exposed to. Right, we're tapping into this new window called the metaverse. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that? Right? So now these big, huge gaming entities like Roblox, $30 billion company, now they're starting to explore this realm. How can we contribute to it? How can we build it? Whatever.
Yeah.
But us crypto heads, we know innately through our deep experience, they will never be a metaverse
Right.
unless they integrate into our like decentralized ecosystem, right? And
Yeah.
that's a true metaverse. It's a world virtual existence owned, created by the users, right? Not some central entity that has complete control over everything. That's not the metaverse. That's just another fucking game.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So you're talking
bullshit.
about Ready Player One, essentially.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to make Ready Player One, right? So I guess Roblox is coming out saying we're gonna do that. Bullshit, Roblox. I don't
Yes.
like you can call it the metaverse all you want and confuse your player base.
Yeah.
They're all like, "What the hell are you talking about? What's the metaverse? Is this a new skin?
That's a
Like a
new
new skin?
skin.
You know what I mean?"
Yeah, I mean, basically, the guy that you were showing me at his YouTube channel, he didn't even know what the metaverse was. He couldn't figure it out. It was like, well, what is this metaverse talking? Like, what's changing, right?
Yeah,
And
it's such a weird word. It's like it's the same thing. Like if we were around the early '90s, like what's the internet?
yeah, yeah,
Like, well, why do you keep throwing this internet word at my face? Show me what it is, and then I'll understand.
yeah.
So, but I guess yeah, that's day five.
That's day
if you
five.
want,
Yeah,
if you want to come learn for yourself, I guess what this panel. Esteban is on this panel. If you don't know who Esteban, I can't put Iordano.
Giordano. Yeah,
Yeah, he's the founder, one of the co-founders of Decentraland. So in our eyes, one of the first real attempts at like an actual metaverse. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Hence our involvement with it. But yeah, another big announcement to make is that we'll be on day four, right?
yeah. Day four, we'll be with MetaZone, and with us is going to be Boss or Miles from Decentral Games. He's got a token out, a DG token, and
Casino,
it's a
like a whole
casino.
network of casinos, really
Yeah.
within Decentraland.
We got Robbie, which we worked with in the past before, Chain Guardians, Jason from Game Credits, and then us for MetaZone.
So this is the gaming day
Yeah, this
four.
is the gaming day.
So I think considering most of these people have like metaverse, metaverse experience, right, or history, it's more like what how gaming can penetrate into the metaverse, how it makes sense. And we have obviously like some deep connection to that because we've been tackling this dilemma for like the last almost 2 years now, right? How to make gaming viable in the metaverse, because it's not as easy as like just building a web application, right? Like
Yeah,
a mobile app. This is a whole
absolutely.
different demon.
Not only
Yeah.
that, we're having to figure out the economics of an environment like Decentraland, where people own their specific lands, and everyone is trying to figure out how to monetize their land. And
Yeah.
and when we first started, there wasn't a whole lot of people in Decentraland, so it's extremely difficult to monetize if you're a landowner.
Yeah.
And when we started MetaZone, we figured out there was a bunch of problems, outside of the economics, just getting content onto the land itself. We solved with MetaZone. And then on top of that, subsequently, we solved the ability to monetize content for developers who build stuff for Decentraland. So there's like this huge economic problem with any metaverse, that every single metaverse that spins up between now and the future, they're going to have the exact same economics problem that if we don't, figure out a way to solve it, like all these metaverses are going to exist and there's going to be bland wasteland of nothing happening.
Agreed.
So definitely we're going to be talking about MetaZone, but I think we're going to be talking about in the context of the metaverse and how, there's a bunch of things to solve outside of just building a land platform, right? And trying to get people to like run around in this empty land that people own without having like content to like showcase for it. But I mean, there's just a tons of things to discuss there. So definitely I want you guys to follow us and join us. And, let's do a big show for the, all these days here leading up to the big talk in the metaverse on the final day, which is Friday.
Yeah, totally. And ultimately, like, it's just a nice, cool showcase of like, again, what's so cool about the metaverse, right? Like, throughout history, if you want to attend one of these cool crypto conferences, you got to fork up like a nice $1,000 plane ticket to make it to whatever part of the world that this conference is being hosted at.
Yeah.
Pay for hotel, you got to get your actual ticket. And like a lot of these crypto conventions like to charge like an arm and a leg for these tickets, like $1,000 to get in or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're kind of like breaking down the barrier to these conferences, right? Like you can have these big speakers all funneling their information, but to an audience that's openly accessible to anyone around the world. All you need is a web link. Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah, and this is the venue that we're going to be at. So just to give you a sneak peek, and man, if you guys haven't jumped into Decentraland, now's the time to do it. You basically spawn near this building, walk in, watch us talk for about an hour, and then you can just like walk outside and just aimlessly run into all kinds of like cool stuff in Decentraland.
Yeah, explore the world. And the idea is like, okay, there's plenty of things to come look at and see and like, immerse yourself with, but like, yeah, like, where do we take it from here? Like, especially from like a gaming perspective, like the big thing people want to do is the big thing we notice, like when we're in Decentraland developing on things and we have like these random people like spawn in and like, just kind of like, hey, what's up, guys?
Yeah.
The first thing they always ask is like, how do I make money, bros? It's like, point me to the direction where the gold mine is, right? Like they want to know. Like most of these new players, like we've literally heard that inquiry like more than a handful of times, right?
Yeah.
It's like, how do I get rich, guys? It's like, it's just
so largely
that's what people want, right?
Largely, I think that's what the metaverse is about. It's a place you go to potentially make money, right?
Yeah, it's a place of opportunity, right? Just like any new world, any new frontier would be, right? Like if you're like the pioneers from the European migrators to the new world.
Yeah,
they didn't do that for the fuck of it, dude. They recognize, oh shit, there's a lot of opportunity over here. There's abundance of resources and land, and we could actually form our own government over here and like get away from the tyranny we were used to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, of course, it's like it's built within us as like humans to like figure out what the next big opportunity is, right? So us as like the metaverse constructors have to figure out how to bring this opportunity, to the masses. So I think that's a big deal.
Absolutely. So it's going to be exciting. We've done a number of these in the past before. Oh, look at this. This is Chico Crypto's land right here.
There you go.
So yeah, there's a ton of people like setting up shop in Decentraland right now, and land is getting extremely expensive now that mana is about $1, and it's just hanging out at $1. So now you got like the cheapest land is around 10,000 mana. So that's you're getting a little much there if you want to like set up shop. But
yeah, exactly. So barrier to entry is only increasing, and that means expectation for return is increasing as well. Right?
Yeah.
people are forking over this much capital for this land, they're expecting something, some kind of yield at the end of it, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's kind of like wasted capital, you know?
Yeah, if you've never been to Decentraland, each little piece of land, this green grass over here, is owned by somebody, right? They just haven't built anything here, just like unlike these other landowners, right? So
Yeah, that whole place we were in just now, it was a district, you know, the big blue square. So
yeah,
that's not really community owned. It's more like, you know, it's owned by a district. So they have, you know, much easier time developing, right? Like
yeah, yeah,
there's a
just
whole we could go on for days about like the whole how the whole Decentraland ecosystem works. So I guess that's for other videos.
yeah. This is man, this is as metaverse as it gets. I mean, this is
For real.
where like the community has to figure out all kinds of problems,
Oh yeah.
and one of them is populating the land itself, which I mean, you got to be able to 3D model and code potentially to make a game, and this is Kraken's land right here. Kraken the exchange.
Hmm.
Have you seen this before?
Yeah, I have. It's pretty dope, dude. There's like a giant kraken.
Kraken, yeah,
It's a big squid looking monster. Pretty
yeah,
cool. So there's definitely some awesome architects and designers. You know, to me personally, I feel like the whole 3D art realm within the metaverse is one of the most underappreciated, you know, artistic fields. You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like, look at this, dude. This is fucking art.
yeah.
Like
It
this
is.
architecture.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. But again, you know, the market infrastructure isn't in place yet for people to appreciate these structures as, you know, collectible pieces of art, right? So we're working on that.
yeah. Let's see how much this wearable is. It's loading. It's loading. Oh, okay. So I just claimed one. All right, I'll take it.
Hell yeah, dude. So yeah, come to the events. There's gonna be I'm sure they're gonna have POAP machines out there too, which is like essentially a token that represents your attendance.
Yeah, proof of attendance token.
Exactly. That's what a POAP stands for. You know, we might have to it should be very cheap because it's on the XDAI network, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
XI. Yeah,
yeah.
proof of attendance protocol. That's what POAP stands for. But man,
Yeah.
this man, there's so many cool things to see. There's Polygonal Mine.
Yeah, so if you want an NFT, definitely come to the event. You'll get one for free, and then just come, you know, see what the hell we're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the video for today. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Block Runner and also at MetaZone.io, and let us know what you think. Let us know that you're going to join us, and we'll be doing a couple of videos since before then. Let us know what you think, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.